Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. It is our Healthy Living segment with Steve Brown, Family Physiotherapy Center President. Always great to have you on the show. Your guest today is Tim Foster, joining us from NeuroCare Canada. He's the President and CEO, and the great correspondence here because we're talking diabetes today. And this is something that you've seen an increase definitely in your clinics, but have chosen to specialize one of your clinics towards kind of working with it.
That's right. Our Westgate clinic takes on a number of seniors that will come in and exercise and get resistive training. The Diabetes Association of Canada states that you need about 150 minutes of aerobic exercise per week. So it's quite a bit to maintain the blood flow, and also in terms of 3 times a week for resistive training. So we've kind of geared our programming accordingly to that, and it's worked out wonderful in terms of with some of the seniors 65 and older. Now we're sort of looking at we're getting some of the people with more severe, moderate to severe neuropathy in their lower limbs. And Tim and I have been working together for a couple of years now, and we really wanted to put a program together so that doctors and other healthcare professionals could send them to us, and that we can offer them a nice program that's going to get their feet back and working.
Right, because you're talking about these 150 minutes, and I'm looking at some people are going, that's mission impossible, especially with such limited movement, or with pain, or with paralysis, or with numbness in a lot of these areas. So this is pretty much where the partnership works together.
Yeah. And this really provides the next step for taking the exercise levels to where they need to be. Because unless someone's training for a marathon or an Ironman, especially when they get up to 60, 70 years of age, there's no way they can really deliver that type of oxygen flow down to the limbs. So NeuroCare steps in. Steve has got the only program in Ottawa, and I've been talking with healthcare professionals for the last 4 or 5 years now, and they kept complaining over and over again, we've got education, we've got the information, but we don't have a place to send our patients. And now Family Physio has got the only dedicated diabetic care center in Ottawa, and people should really take advantage of this.
You have the knowledge on the people there that are looking at focusing on this, on diabetics and what they need. How does this incorporate into what it is that you're offering to with a machine like this?
Steve's got a complete comprehensive program from everything from people that are fully functional to those individuals who really can't move that well. So this providing the muscle building and exercise stimulation that they can't do on their own, delivering blood literally down to the capillary bed levels, allows them to move up to the more advanced programs that have already been so successful at Family Physio.
So start with, it's a slow progression up the stairs almost, right? Starting at the base.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. We, again, that's where we found that we were kind of missing some of the people who couldn't exercise and do that. So this is where we said, what can we do to get that? So we're looking at nutrition counseling. The education is there for diabetics, but it's really in terms of the programming and actually getting them to do something for their
I think there's a lot of education and awareness. It's the implementation that's incredibly tough, and so you need people to actually push you, to get you there, to actually encourage you while you're there, because you can read and you can know what's going on. It's a different story to actually get up and do it.
That's right, because the end result, and I was down at some specialty clinics in Toronto just over the last couple of months, and people there with severe neuropathy, and I'm sure it's the same here in Ottawa, the physicians at the hospitals are saying, look, you've got a year, 2 years, and then this leg is probably coming off.